Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Comics. My name is Sean.
Drinking with Comics, and I'm Mike.
Mike is whispering. Why are you whispering?
Oh, I have no idea. How's that? Better?
Oh, okay. All right. Um,
Okay.
Hi, we're going to talk about comics and drink beer. We still don't have any shared beers, so it's still, dealer's choice. We're out here on our own. Mike, what are you drinking?
We've had this one before. Two women from New
Oh, yeah. Good
Glarus.
beer. Very
Solid
good, very
beer,
good beer.
grainy. Yeah. That's the last of my variety pack from New Glarus.
Oh, well, that sucks.
That's all right. I still have some Spotted Cow and I still have some Bubble, which I'm going to give you
Okay.
a couple. So we'll be doing that in the future.
I don't know that one, so I'm very curious.
Yeah, it's a Heffenweiser. It was pretty good.
Okay. So I have this is a Polish beer. Tiski? I'm sure I'm not saying it right. And probably should have done my fucking homework, but I'd rather be an ignorant slob. So Tiski is the last can. My brother-in-law brought a 4 or 6 pack of this with him when they came down for my birthday not this past weekend, the weekend before, and there were a couple left. So, or I guess no, there was one left. So
Oh, I feel like I should be all like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
no, don't
you.
do that. It's fine. Yeah, product of Poland, 5% alcohol by volume. Yeah, it's a serviceable lager.
Okay. That's all we want in
It,
life is a serviceable lager.
yeah, and it's like mm, I'm not going to pour it. I
Oh,
should.
man.
You know what this goes in? The Stella Artois glass. That's like the kind of glass you drink this from. Um,
Okay.
It's got some of these European lagers. They have this thing where it kind of like I call it like it deflates on my tongue, so it hits and it's kind of peppy, and then it just kind of like bloop. But it's still, I don't know. It's rather warm here today. I got my windows open at a day that made me feel like just fucking driving nails through people's foreheads. Um, so
Cheers. Happy Monday.
cheers, happy Monday. Two words that constitute an oxymoron, if there ever was one.
Yeah. And
So
happy birthday. I don't think I've ever wished you a happy birthday yet. So
that's fine.
welcome to the jail age of old people now.
Yes, I'm 50. I'm 50 fucking years old.
Your AARP card is in the mail, sir.
Oh, yeah, I already got some shit sitting. Yeah, fuck them. Mm. So, okay, we're tinkering with the way that we do previews, right? And Mike had a really good idea. So we went through all of the previews for June that just got solicited at the end of last week, and we each pick 5 to talk about. So there's 5 things. It doesn't matter. It could be number ones, it could be trades, hardcovers, it can be the second issue of a book that you started the month before that we haven't talked about, whatever the case may be. Um, we're going to talk about
Five
them.
things
So,
we
Mike,
want to talk about that we're looking forward to, I guess you
yeah,
can say,
exactly.
or
What
want
we're
to
looking
try.
forward to
Yeah.
in June. So, Mike, you kick it off.
Mhm.
Give me one. What's your what's the first one you want to talk
So,
about?
I mean, technically it's not coming out in June. I believe it's coming out in October. But I am very
I think
excited
you misunderstood the
about.
assignment that you yourself set.
So, so, to be fair, it isn't a June solicitations, though. It's not
What the?
like I
Okay,
could
that's
say,
fine.
that's how this works, man.
Oh, I
This
get
is
it.
how
Okay,
it works.
you can order it in.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So I am looking forward to Ghost Rider Omnibus done by Benjamin Piercy. It's a hundred
Okay, so
bucks. It contains the entire run of Ghost Rider. It was a great run. There is 2 covers. One, this badass picture of Ghost Rider right here, which you'll pop up right there. And 2, this dumbass picture of Helverine, which I will not be buying because I'm not a huge fan of that character. But I will give it a try when I get the hardcover and read it all because I'm excited about it. It was a good run. I do love omnibuses. They're usually a little oversized, so the artwork's a little bit bigger. It does have, let's see here, all that stuff.
I don't feel like he did enough issues for it to be $100 omnibus. It was only like 20 something issues.
It says it's 832 pages. So 832 pages of story or stuff.
That's
Yeah,
more,
I'm sure
well,
there's some flop in there.
probably. I mean, I
But I
did like
kind of
his
like it when
run.
they, yeah, and sometimes they put like fun things in there, like these are a couple interviews, or like promo artwork and stuff like that that they did for the book run. They've
Hmm.
done that in the previous Ghost Rider omnibuses I bought, so hopefully they'll do that in there. So I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm okay with spending $100 plus the employee discount, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Um, on something I like. So, I was waiting for a bigger collection of that. I didn't buy any of the trades or the single issues. I was waiting for this to come out. So I'm excited it's coming out and should be out. Oh, it doesn't say release date on the thing that I got saved here. But,
Now,
October,
so
just in time for my birthday.
I will say that I'm looking at CLZ Comics. There's 21 issues for that run listed. Now, I
So he
know there
did
was
another
like,
run after that. So it contains Ghost Rider 1 through 13, Ghost Rider 15 through 19, Ghost Rider 21, Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance Alpha, which is their crossover, the Wolverine issue, the Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance Omega, Ghost Rider Final Vengeance 1 through 5, Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever, which I think might be a one shot, the Ghost Rider Annual #1, and then material from Ghost Rider 2022 14 and 20, which is probably the stuff that he wrote but wasn't. I have no idea what's up with that.
yeah, that's interesting because I'm looking
But
at this and
it's
like
all
he
in
did
there.
write
Yeah.
14 and 20. Whatever, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm
So
kind of
now
curious about that too.
I love all the covers on that book. The A covers were all Bjorn Barends, if I'm saying that correctly, and I love
Hmm.
like, oh my god, his covers kept me anchored on that book. And to me, it was an uneven book. Like there were issues that I absolutely loved. There were issues where I'm like, dude, this reminds me of like old Clive Barker in a way, like
Yeah,
I can hear
there's
people
some
coming for
body
me on that
horror
comment,
elements
but
to it.
there was some really cool stuff, and then there'd be an issue, and then we get in Talia War Road, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's the girl with the dragon tattoo, okay. Um, Nonetheless, I think it's a good run, and I wouldn't. I have the floppies of 1 through 20 or 1 through 21, whatever. I'm good, right? But I think for you that makes perfect sense, and I'm glad they're putting it
Yeah,
out, and I think that's cool.
yeah. So that's my #5. How's your #5?
Before I go to my number 5, I just want to tell you I did buy while we were talking on last week's episode. I bought the compact, the Elegy, the Batwoman, and I
Hmm.
read it. I'm gonna jump off the series. I'm gonna get the second issue and base it on that. But I like Greg Rucka, but I didn't. It's fine. It's not bad, but I didn't love it. I felt like there was a lot where I'm like, I I don't know. There was just stuff where I'm like, I don't know. I still don't know what the fuck is going on. I know even like I don't know.
I think there's a lot of setup in that series.
There's stuff they're referencing that I'm
Um,
like there's a point where like these guys come out that are like one's a werewolf, one has like tentacles or whatever, and then they turn back into humans and they help them out and they're like talking, and I'm like, what? Like it just seems there were so many things like I think it's just because I don't have the backstory. So I don't know.
yeah, that
I'm
makes
gonna buy
sense.
this second issue and then we'll see. But anyway,
We should
so,
probably talk about that in the future because I do want to. I was looking forward to rereading that.
yeah, we can talk about
So
it.
we'll do
Um,
Batwoman in the future.
so my number 5. I mean, I know we already talked about this. It's a little bit of a cop out, but Mask #1. I don't even need to say anything else.
So, so we have to
Just
lift up our glasses and shoot because that's my #4.
okay. There you go. I kind of felt like I shouldn't bring this up because we've already mentioned it.
No, I was
It's
going to bring it
obvious,
up.
but I mean, I'm looking forward to it. A lot of really cool covers. I like Dan Waters a lot, and I'm curious to see what they do with it. So there you go, Mask #1.
Yeah, I read the like I said, I thumbed through the well, there's nothing to read because it was just the panels, but the Ash can looked really good. I'm curious to see where it goes from there. Yeah, the covers are great. I really love the one with the I can't remember her name, but the girl, the
Yeah.
bad guy villain girl in it. That's a great cover. I like those they've been doing it a lot on those other like second prints and some of the hot ones on these like foil like face covers. Have you seen those where it's like a gatefold cover that's foil with the face in the
No, but
middle?
God, I don't want to see that. You know
No,
how
it
I
looks
am about
good. They
it.
look really good. It's one of those things like if I was collecting single issues, I'd be collecting all those because
Hmm.
they look nice. They did a really good job on them. Um, I mean, I'll send you two.
Oh,
There's, Miles Mayhem
I know
one
the
and
one you're talking
yeah,
about. Here, I'm looking
yeah.
at it right now. Okay.
It seems to be like a
Yeah.
Skybound thing he's been doing, so it's
Yeah.
fun. And yeah, I like Mask. I think this will be fun book read to read. Can't wait to see how it
Yeah.
turns out. Yeah, so that's my number four. So
My number four is a book I know nothing about the people involved. It's called Eye Collector. Number one. It's from Image Comics,
okay.
and it's written by Jonathan Ball. And I can't make sense of these other uh, credits, so I'll just
Is it like I is letter I or I is in eyeball?
eyeball. Um,
Ooh.
so the startling first issue of the strangest series on the stands. That's a pretty bold fucking statement. So you guys better back that shit up.
Oh,
An
there's not a lot
ancient
going on right
being.
now.
Yeah, an ancient being. An ancient being has its curiosity toward Earth reignited when the humans of the Apollo 10 mission make wishes over the moon. What is this spectral creature and what does it want with our world? Seeing is believing. I just I don't know. I think because it tied into Apollo 10, I was like, that's kind of an interesting thing. So, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Give it a first issue. So I know nothing about it. I've, just picked it very, like I would seeing it on the stand. I pick a lot of stuff like that. And I will say, like, I just reread start to finish Xander Cannon's Sleep this past weekend, masterpiece. And that solicitation is for June as well for the collection. I recommend that to everybody. That book is fucking amazing. And that was one where just like this, I just looked at it and like kind of like I probably looked it up on my phone and went home and it ended up being great. So sometimes you can find great books like that. So hopefully that's one. So
Yeah.
Eye Collector, that's my number four.
Number four. All right. So my number five is no,
No, you're number three.
three. Three. Counting. Not good at it.
Nice.
Um, Superman number 36, issue 36. Well, the new current Superman series. Superman, written by Joshua Williamson and
Hmm.
drawn by Dan Mora. So now we know what he did after he left Transformers.
Transformers. And so
So it's
what is this run? You said something before we rolled. Like what is the
so it's
significance of this run?
Superman. So after the events of Chaos, Superman goes missing. Um, and then this series, currently right now, it's the rise of the Superboys. So all the various Superboys, Clark Kent's son, or I should say, Superman's son, the Superboy from the original one from the 90s that wore the cool jacket and all that stuff, and Superboy Prime, well, I'll get into explaining to you in a minute, all are taking over the various books.
Okay.
Superboy Prime is a Superman from a universe where it's the prime universe in the DC universe. The prime universe is our universe technically. There's no superheroes. All the superheroes are DC comics in that universe.
Okay.
And in that universe, a kid named Clark Kent um, grows up. This is like 60s, 70s when this character was created. So he's an older, it's pre-crisis stuff, right?
Okay.
So he's basically discovers that he's a Superman fan because he's named Clark Kent and he lives in Kansas. Eventually he discovers that he has the same powers as Superman and then crosses over into the comic book universe. So he's kind of got that like Gwenpool, Deadpool. I read you are all just comic book characters to me.
Okay.
And the thing that kind of I was just kind of curious and I read it. The thing that he eventually does is he kind of goes a little crazy because of the comics in the 80s and 90s were too dark and he didn't like the way they were going, so he kind of becomes a bad guy.
Okay.
And he's the one that punches. There's a lot of dumb shit related to him, but he's the one that brought back Red Hood because he punched a hole in the universe, and the Red Hood came back because of it. That's the explanation. That is the dumbest explanation. And he's kind of like a little bit of a whining, crying Superman.
Well, you
He's
are not
emo
selling me.
crybaby Superman.
Oh, my
No,
friend.
I am not. So in this book, though, he's a little more. He's trying to be good. Basically, he
Okay.
wants a redemption. He's tired of just being in prison all the time. He's stuck here. Superman's gone, so he's going to take over for a while. Um, and all the other superheroes are like, okay, well, we're going to keep an eye on you. And as Mr. Terrific in the book pointed out, is like he's read all in our universe. In his universe, we're all just comic books. He knows all our origins, making him the most dangerous man in the world. Like, because nobody to him, it's like if we go into the DC universe and we go, hey, Batman, hey, you got like $1,000 you can spare me because I know you're Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Like all your secrets are on display in 4-color panels. So there's a little bit of that fourth wall breaking stuff. The thing that really sold it to me, and I'm going to send you the panel and you can read it,
Okay.
is there's a point where it's like, Lois Lane's trying to help him out because Clark Kent's gone. She knows he'll come back, so she's not worried. She's like, he's Superman. He comes back. This is what happens.
Right.
I'm okay with that. I'm not scared. But someone needs to keep an eye on him, so I'm going to keep an eye on him. And she's like, well, you got to get an apartment. You need to get a job. And he's like, okay, where do you want to get a job? And he's like, there's a comic shop over there. I want to get a job at the comic shop. And he goes into the comic shop, and the the conversation in the comic shop is 100% accurate conversation that I've had with my boss about someone needs to make all these backing boards, and B, there's an overstock of comics that's been there since the store's open and no one has touched them at all, and we really need to go look through them all, and something that we are currently talking about right now. And I thought it was very accurately written comic store talk. And I
Okay.
like the fact that he gets a job at a comic book store, knowing
Okay.
everything about comic books, because he likes comic books. He's going to go and work there so he can read comic books.
Right.
So there's a little bit of a comic book nerd employee thing that I'm kind of intrigued
Okay.
by it. Is it the best? Well, I actually think it's very enjoyable. Joshua Williamson, writes G.I. Joe, some good stuff
Yeah.
there. Dan Mora, we've seen his artwork in several things. He's done a great job. So it's a surprisingly really good, solid read.
Okay.
Um, it's got a little bit of redemption arc. He does know he's in a comic book. There are certain things. It kind of reminds me a lot of Grant Morrison.
It sounds
Um,
like it.
Kind of like Final Cry. The like um when he gets all meta about his comics,
Yeah.
and you're like, you're a comic book character, like Animal Man knows he's a comic book character,
Yeah.
but a little more down to earth, not too crazy, like more written by a guy who's not trying to be super crazy, which,
Okay.
don't get me wrong, that's what I love about Grant Morrison. But he's doing a good job of like taking Grant Morrison ideas and making
Right.
it more palatable for everyone.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, it's maybe dumbed down a little bit, but that works. Yeah. So yeah,
No,
I'm
that's
looking forward
fine.
to this. Yeah.
I mean, now I get it because up until you got to the comic shop conversation part, I'm like, I'm not understanding why you're reading this book at all. But now I get it. So okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting character. I'm not doing him justice describing him, but I can't, we're not spending 20 minutes talking about Superboy Prime.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Fair enough. All right.
but
So that's
overall,
Superman
good writing, good
36.
art. Yeah, Superman 36.
Okay. Okay, my number three. I was super excited to see this because I've been talking about Chris Condon a lot, and I'm like, Man, I don't know. He's got a lot of plates spinning. Maybe That Texas Blood ain't coming back for a while. That Texas Blood is coming back in June, issue 21. New story arc that Texas Blood returns. In March 2003, Joe Bob Coates, and Deputy Wilson Hart are called to the Allison Ranch, the largest and richest ranch in the U.S., where family grievances are blooming into full-blown war. Uh, this one jumps all over the place time-wise with this town. I don't remember where it starts. I know at some point it goes back, so I don't know where the 2003 is in relation to the other arcs. I don't care. I love this fucking book. It's fantastic, so I'm happy to have it back. That Texas Blood 21.
Happy for you. All right, so mine's a new one that kind of looks interesting. I don't know much about it, just saw the title. I like cars. I like fantasy cars.
Mm-hmm.
M1 Monster Racing League, drawn by Jay Lee. Yeah, I don't know. It could be like a crazy speed racer monster thing. I'm very intrigued by it. I'm gonna pick it up and check it out. I don't know if it'll be good. I'm hoping there's some crazy cars in it because I do love a crazy car.
Right. Yeah, I know you do.
And that's about it. Like you're hitting on some notes I like there, so I'll give you a try. Seems like an original story. What's a monster racing? What's a monster formula racing? All less.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, Jay Lee and Lily and Robert Wyndham. I'm not familiar with them at all.
Wait, Jay Lee?
But Jay Lee's drawing it though.
Interesting. Now I wonder if he'll actually be on the whole. I feel like Jay Lee is
Unreliable.
He's in demand, but I don't feel like he did a book, Seventh Sons or something like that a couple years ago. I'm not the biggest fan of his art, to be honest. I think it's great. It's just not my cup of tea exactly. But that book, I read the first issue. I was like, I don't know. I didn't stick with it, but I know he kind of like is on books. He's a guy that they bring in for like 6 issues and then he's off the book. Like he generates interest up front and then there's like a little bit of a bait and switch, which is fine. I mean, that's understandable. But
I kind of figured this might be. Yeah. I don't know if this is like a mini series or how long it's going to be, but let's see if it says anything here. Jay Lee, all new ongoing series launch from Jay Lee, and 17-year-old Dev moves to Japan. She stumbles into an underground world of illegal street racing where speed is power and mutation wins championships. This high-octane sci-fi drama set in the near future Tokyo is Fast and Furious by way of K-pop demon hunters.
Okay.
So, yeah. You have me a car.
Okay. Wait, what? So that's your 2, right?
That's my number 2.
Okay, so my number 2, another one I know nothing about, and I'll tell you right now the name that brought me in. Writers, David Desmalchin is one of the writers. It's David Desmalchin and Aaliyah Kilpatrick. Illustrator Sue Lee. This is Kingdom of Earth.
Isn't he Polka Dot Man?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
2036, 2 years ago, hordes of monsters rose from the earth and sea, devouring everything in sight. Much of mankind was massacred before the monsters realized they needed humans. In this new world, humans have 2 options, service or slaughter. When a young child named Frankie narrowly escapes their fate as livestock, they soon realize that their fight for survival has only just begun. So I really like David Desmalchin. He does that Count Crowley. And then also just like everything he's in, like he's just a guy I just root for him. Like I always enjoy him in movies. I think the movie that really surprised me was wasn't my favorite movie, but it was that Last Voyage of the Demeter, which was like a couple years ago. It was a movie that was like one chapter of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the chapter where they're on the boat.
He was in that. Okay.
And I knew he was in that, and I watched the whole fucking movie and was like, I don't remember seeing him. And then, I think we reviewed it on the Horror Vision, and somebody there was like, oh, it was this guy. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So right there, I'm like, I know the motherfucker can act. And I don't know, he's like us. I just like him. So I'm definitely down to give this a try. And again, Count Crowley's a great book. So yeah,
Yeah, I've
King.
enjoyed him since Ant-Man when he played the one of the thieves who says, "Oh shoot, I don't remember," but he was good in Ant-Man,
I
and
never
so
saw the Ant
obviously
Man's.
Polka Dot Man, and he's done a bunch of other comic book things. So it's fun to see him, and he's a
Yeah,
big comic book nerd, so it is
yeah,
fun to see
exactly.
him do things. Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
living the
So
dream.
living a dream. So yeah, that's my number two. Kingdom of Earth. Good premise too. I like it. So we'll see.
Yeah, sounds
What's your
interesting.
number one?
So my number one is one I'm been waiting for coming out in trade for quite some time. It's been running a little late. Probably not that shocking. Batman Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. It was a book that Tim Sale was working on before he died.
Okay.
So I'm kind of looking. There's some cover artwork from him, and a bunch of other artists kind of pick up the issues and take over the art style of that. I don't know, like I love the Long Halloween series. It's one of the best books Jeff Loeb has only ever written.
I
Well,
mean, that's
I've said this to you before. I know you're not a Jeff Loeb fan, and I'm not much either. But when he works with Tim Sale, magic happens, and it's that two people that can work great together.
right, right.
And now that that part is gone, the good part of that whole thing is gone. I don't know how well this will stand up, but I did enjoy Long Halloween. I am looking forward to this.
Okay.
Um, I own all the other Long Halloweens in absolute giant editions.
How many long
Two of them are
Halloweens are
signed.
there?
There's technically two plus, so they did these
Is there one out now?
Halloween specials. That's the Long Halloween, Last Halloween is the one that's
Oh,
currently going on right now.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. And so you, okay, got it. Okay.
Um, so they did the 2 years ago, and then they did like two one shots that were kind of just like Halloween related stories that really didn't tie into the long Halloween official story. So there's technically three absolute collections. The two main ones I have, which is Dark Victory and Long Halloween, I think are both signed by Tim Sale. The only comic books I went and got, the only artist I'd go and stand in line for to get a signature.
Okay.
The only artist I would lug around a 10-pound book to get signed
Where did you go to
by
get them
him.
signed?
So C2E2 years ago.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's 15 years ago, maybe. It's hard to
Well,
say.
okay. Well, he's been dead for probably at least 10 years, right?
I don't think it's been 10. I think it's been since 2020, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know. It's relatively recent, not like Sam Keith recent, but he didn't die when the Great Holocaust of 2016, when all our favorite artists died. Oh, Tim Sale. Let's see here. He died 2022.
Oh,
So
okay. I didn't realize
relatively
it was that recent. For
recent.
some reason, I thought it was further
Yeah.
back. Well, that
Yeah.
sucks.
But, he's got a lot of great comics. I love his artwork. It's a very beautiful art style. I'm curious to see how they take it over, how this is going to tie everything up. I'm assuming it's going to tie everything up. I mean, it's Batman. He's going to be around. Doesn't matter.
You
But yeah, I'm
know,
looking forward to it. So it could be
he
good.
wrote. I think so I did read Long Halloween. I don't know. It just doesn't do. I read it a
Yeah, I
couple
get
years
it.
ago. It does. I back when it was coming out. He did a Hulk Gray book for Marvel.
Yes.
I read that and I don't know, like that's another one of my books where I'm like, don't know where it went, no idea. Um,
That
I
was
feel
once
like
again Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale working together doing
did he also
magic.
do like a Daredevil Yellow or something like that?
Yes.
I think I
So they
read that. Where
did.
the fuck, dude? Man, I'm telling you, shit just disappears.
So for Marvel, the two of them made. They did a couple of books. They did Wolverine and Gambit years ago in a prestige
Oh, that's
format in
not
the
something I would
80s.
read.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like it was like that long ago, and the artwork doesn't look anything like Tim
Well, it's
Sale's
probably
artwork
before they
now.
became an established brand, right? You know what I mean?
Yes. But he did Spider-Man Blue, um, Daredevil Yellow, and Daredevil Yellow, Hulk Gray,
Yeah.
and Captain America White. And I
Yeah.
remember
Okay. Okay.
they put out the first issue of White, and it took like 3 years before they put out issue two. And I remember when I saw him, I was like, "So is Captain America White coming?" And he just kind of groaned at me, looked up at me, was like, "Yeah, it's coming."
Wow.
And I was like, "Yeah, I get it. You probably get that a lot."
Wow.
Um, but yeah, he did those there, and then at DC he did Superman for All Seasons, which is a really good Superman, like one of my top five Superman books.
Okay.
Um, Long Halloween, and then the Catwoman Win in Rome, which was very much a Long Halloween spin-off of just Catwoman having an adventure in Rome.
Okay.
So yeah, they did quite a few. All of them I think are solid. But it's one of those things like I think the artwork does most of the heavy lifting for me.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
think they work good together. It's when you have the good working
Yeah.
chemistry
Yeah.
together like those two do, I think it really shows,
Dude, my number one.
hmm
This has been a guy I've been slow to roll up on over the last, like, I don't know how many years, and I still don't have all the series in this series, and I need to do that. And I need
Okay.
to get them. I think I've got two of them, and now there's another one coming out, and I think there's at least one before where I started. But Jeff Darrow, dude, his fucking art is absolutely incredible, and no place does it shine more than in his Shaolin Cowboy series. And so there's a new series starting, Shaolin Cowboy Staying AI Live. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't care. The last series was amazing. The series before was 6 issues and it was literally one fucking fight. The whole 6 issues was one fight.
Was that the original one?
No, that was not the,
Because I
now, the
remember that
original
came
one I have
out.
not read.
Because I think the
But
original one was the Wachowski brothers comic book print, wasn't it? The comic book one by Wachowskis.
I have no idea. I
They
think it's
have
just a
a
Jeff Darrow thing. I don't know that anybody else
no,
was
it was
ever
on like a
involved.
weird.
Oh, on their
uh
imprint. Yes, yes, I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. Remember they had Doc Frankenstein and shit. They launched their own imprint. It might be.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
yes, it was Doc
You're probably
Frankenstein
right.
and Shonen Cowboy. That's it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Everything, dude. This guy's art. Like I talked about, Orphan of the Five Beasts and James
hmm
Stokoe a couple episodes back. Very similar, but like the detail, Jeff Darrow stuff. I'm looking at this. I'm like, how long does like I get the feeling I think it's been 2 years since the last series ended. He's probably been working on this series since that ended. Um and I mean it's like a weird post-apocalyptic future, but it's all over the place. Like again, that one that was like 6 issues of one continuous fight, it was just him and like hordes of zombies. And then the one last time, very definitive political allegory. Like just a bunch of like douchebag January's, Sixers. I mean, that's not what it was, but that's what it was. You know what I mean? Oh man, I don't know. It was.
Oh, he did Big Guy and Rusty for a while. Okay. He did Big Guy and Rusty. It was like written by Frank Miller, and I think he did the artwork on some of them.
I don't know
I
what
knew I
that is.
remember his artwork from something. Giant Robot and a Kid Robot.
Is that a Valiant book?
No, it was like before my time of reading comic books. So it was like late 80s, mid 80s, kind of
Okay.
like the Hellboy, Madman, Grendel era of comics. So there's
Okay. Okay.
Big Boy
Okay.
and Rusty. Big Guy and Rusty, yeah. Had its own Saturday morning cartoon for a while there.
So okay, that's June previews, and this is Drinking with Comics, and my
Yeah.
name is Sean.
And I'm Mike.